Hey folks, if you've been thinking about making the switch from macOS to Asahi Linux, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the installation process, share what you can enjoy with Asahi Linux, and break down the pros and cons compared to macOS. First things first, let's talk installation. You'll need a USB drive with at least 8 GB of space and make sure to back up all your important data. Head over to the Asahi Linux website and download the installer. Once downloaded, create a bootable USB drive using the instructions provided on the site. Next, restart your Mac and hold down the Option key to enter the boot menu. Select the USB drive and follow the on-screen prompts to install Asahi Linux. It's pretty straightforward, but if you run into any issues, the Asahi community is super helpful. Now that you're up and running with Asahi Linux, let's dive into what you can do. First off, you'll notice the system is highly customizable. You can tweak the desktop environment to your liking, install a wide range of software from the package manager, and enjoy a level of control that's hard to find on macOS. One of the coolest things about Asahi Linux is the performance. Because it's tailored for Apple Silicon, you'll find it runs incredibly smoothly. Whether you're coding, editing videos, or just browsing, it handles tasks with ease. Now let's look at some pros and cons. Starting with the pros, Asahi Linux offers a lot of flexibility and customization. It's open source, which means it's constantly improving with community input. Plus, it's lightweight and can breathe new life into older Mac hardware. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are a few cons to consider. For one, some macOS-specific apps won't run on Asahi Linux. If you're heavily reliant on software like Final Cut Pro or certain Adobe applications, you'll need to find alternatives. Also, while the Asahi community is growing, it's not as extensive as the macOS support network. In summary, Asahi Linux is a fantastic option if you're looking for more control and customization over your operating system. It may not be perfect for everyone, especially if you're tied to certain macOS apps, but it's definitely worth exploring if you're ready for a change. Thanks for watching, and if you found this guide helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Drop any questions or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, happy computing.